Hi YouTube. This video is going to be about one of the #1 questions I keep getting asked over and over again by my students, and that is how can I prevent my colors from getting too muddy or muddy at all? And what I found is there are two major factors in why that happens. The first one is how you're actually cleaning your brush. The second is how you're actually laying your paints on the palette. So we'll discuss the first one. When you go to clean your brush, you want to make sure that you rub all the paint that you can off of it onto the paper towel first before you dip it in the solvent. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and dip it in the solvent, but you'll notice I said dip and not slosh. Okay? So take your solvent, dip the brush, remove it, then rub vigorously on the paper towel and fold it over. You'll notice I fold some paper towels ahead of time like this so that it enables me to fold the paper towel when I clean my brush and give myself a clean surface for the next time so that I don't get paint back onto the brush. So we're stopping paint from getting back on the brush from our towel, and we're preventing dirty solvent. The next is how we actually lay our paint on the palette. Now you'll notice that I like to lay my paints in a long tube. The reason for this is because when you do have a color left on the brush that's unintended and you go to dip into a color, you contaminate that color. Now if you keep doing that over and over again, it's ultimately going to lead to your colors looking muddy. By squirting your paint out in a long line like that, we can take our palette knife. Hopefully everybody's got one. If you don't, go out and buy one. You can take your palette knife, chop off the end where the color's there that you don't want, scrape it off, and then clean your palette knife, and you'll have a fresh color again. You won't have those colors there that you don't want. Hopefully these tips were helpful. If they were, give a thumbs up, subscribe below, and be sure to leave a comment in the comments section and let me know what topics you'd like to see covered in future videos. Oh, and an extra tip. If you do happen to get your solvent dirty, which you will no matter how careful you're trying to be, don't throw it out. It's not good for the environment and it's a waste of money. All you have to do is leave it sitting overnight until your next painting session, and when you come back, you'll notice this one hasn't had enough time. But you'll notice that the paint settles to the bottom, and if you're careful, you can pour the clean turpentine back out into another container and use it for your painting session. Then clean out your original container and use that the next time. So you can keep going back and forth and save yourself a lot of money and aggravation. Again, hope those tips were helpful. Keep on painting.